Why isn't it adding me to the show? What the fuck? Can you guys hear me? Because it doesn't want to add my camera to the stream for some reason. That was so weird. That was so strange. That was the weirdest beginning. That was the weirdest beginning that I've ever had. I've had some technical difficulties before, but that was the strangest thing that I've ever experienced. My camera's plugged in. My microphone was plugged in. Nothing's muted. And it was just a black screen. That was the strangest thing I've ever seen in my life. Welcome to the Pop Culture Corner. Woo! Sorry about that. Sorry about that little technical difficulty. I'll get that one moment banner off of here. That was the strangest thing I've ever had to experience. But yeah, so we're here tonight doing TY's Corner live, baby, live. We're doing it live. We're going to be discussing. So I say we because Justice will be here momentarily, and we'll be talking about. We're going to talk Snydercut, and we're going to talk Falcon and Winter Soldier. I just saw a note on my whiteboard. I'm very happy about that. I'm a happy person today. So we'll get into all that. First, I do want to say that we did try out a live podcast last night. It was really enjoyable. It was a really fun experience. So we did it through Podbean, but now it's available through all our podcast platforms. So if you want to check that out, definitely check that out. It was a really fun time. It was a really good time. And I definitely recommend joining anytime we do it, because it's another way we can do live streams together. It's just audio, though. It's not, there's no video. It's just audio. It's like a podcast. But you can also call in, and that makes it a little bit more interesting and a little bit more interactive, which I do like. I got to throw a shout out. To our patrons, which we have added another one. So it is Caden Reed, Nick DePalma, Odd, and now that one, Carlos. Thank you for joining. I'll get your name added on the next go around. Guys, definitely think about becoming a patron. You get all these kind of exclusives. You get early podcast, early access to all pre-recorded content. You get a yearly gift on me, discounted merch, private community, private Discord. We're throwing it all at you. Anything I can think of, I typically will run it through. So, by the way, Low Tier God, thank you for joining the Pop Culture Corner for the first time. I really do appreciate it. We love having everyone here. So yes, the Rotten Tomatoes score for Zack Snyder's Justice League is his highest rated film of all time. Well, I mean, of the DCEU, I should say, not of all time. It might even be all time at this point. It might be. Caden would know that. Caden, is it his highest scoring film of all time? I don't know. I didn't do the research. I didn't do the research that I should have. But obviously, we got a chance to see Zack Snyder's Justice League 5 days early. And the review embargo is now up. So we're not going to get into any spoilers. We're not going to talk about anything that has to do with plot details, story arcs, cameos, appearances. We're not going to talk about any of that. But I do want to give you a little sense of what I thought of the movie myself. I went into this film with years and years and years of built-up anticipation. The problem with going into a film with that much anticipation is that in your mind, you set these expectations that are so unattainable, right? So 4 years, four and some change, 4 and some change years of built-up anticipation, wondering what could have been, wondering what's in this mythic, epic Snydercut that we don't know, right? So 4 years of doing that, getting teases here and there, Zach dropping a little bit of this, a little bit of that, saying this much here, this much there. It did create a buzz in people's minds. Mine is no exception. So when I sat down to watch the Snydercut, I had built the movie in my mind of what I expected to see. There was no way that this movie was going to top what I had built in my head, right? Wrong. This movie was everything that I wanted plus more. Obviously, there were some things that I was like, I wish they would have, I wish this would have been included, but this movie delivered on every single promise that was there. Every promise that I built or I asked for, this movie exceeded my expectations by a mile. This movie was enjoyable. This movie was, it was long enough. The 4 hours, you're not even going to notice that it's 4 hours. You're not. You're going to be like, wow, that was 4 hours. And you're going to question it, right? Was that really 4 hours? It started at 5 and it's 9:30. How is that? You're going to be like, you're definitely going to be beside yourself that was a 4 hour film, right? It's the quickest 4 hours I've ever experienced. And I myself was pausing it here, pausing it there, pausing it here, pausing it there. I was pausing the film throughout the 4 hours. And I still thought, wow, that was a really quick 4 hours. So you're going to be really, the film is just long enough to keep your anticipation building and keep it moving. And you're going to love it. Hello, General Significance. Hey, Caden. Hi, Low Tier God. What's the other one? Sarah. Hi, Sarah. And then, whoever else joins, thank you guys for stopping by today. So yeah, so Caden says Zack Snyder's Justice League is his second highest at 78%. So 78% for Zack Snyder's Justice League is better than anyone could have imagined. I think going into it, I thought maybe they would get like a 64%. Not that I had seen the movie at this time, but the fact that, oh, hey, Billy, the fact that it's Zack and it's a DC movie, I figured he would just get ripped apart. Like, people have these preconceived notions on how they're going to rate Zack's films. And we've seen it time and time again where, with BVS especially, you sit in and you decide to watch these films, right? You decide, you go into it, you enjoy the film, you come out, you look on Rotten Tomatoes, and it has like what did BVS have? Like a 32%? Like what? How? Did you not see what I just saw? And I get it. The Ultimate Edition was so much better, right? The Ultimate Edition of BVS blew me away. But even the theatrical BVS movie, I came out of it pretty, happy. And then I look on Rotten Tomatoes and it's got like I think it had like a 48% by the time I looked. Watching from Nambia, Africa, super hyped for this movie. It's redemption time for Zack. We are hyped for it. Many here believe that this movie will save the DCEU. You're not wrong. This movie, and pretty much basically what I wanted to say today was that there's no way that this movie couldn't be canon for the DCEU. It does not step on anyone's toes. It doesn't interfere with Birds of Prey. It doesn't interfere with Shazam. And it definitely doesn't interfere with Aquaman. There is absolutely no reason that this film couldn't be canon. It doesn't have to be in a pocket universe, is what I'm saying. This film could be the forefront of the DCEU. And I think it leads better. It as far as like leading into Aquaman, I think it does a better job of setting the Aquaman movie up much better than Justice League did. People say that, or Warner Brothers says that the Justice League is going to be their canon. There's no reason that Zack Snyder's Justice League could not be canon. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't create a world that we didn't already know existed, right? We get more of the nightmare. We get more the same type of history lesson, and mostly we get the same kind of plot points, right? It's not the same movie, but it's got similar aspects, and it doesn't do anything out of what we didn't anticipate. There's no reason this movie could not take Justice League, take it out, and reinsert Zack Snyder's Justice League, and there would be no issues. No one would ever second guess why this was here. Why is this changed? If anything, it does a better job of setting up future films. In my mind, at least. In my mind. I don't know. I mean, Caden could speak on it himself. We did get invited to another premiere. I can't announce what the premiere is yet, but I'll be doing that pretty soon, guys. Also, March 27th, we'll be doing we'll be part of the Us United streaming event. Us United is a group stream, so everyone that is a part of it takes a time slot. It's kind of like the Deck the Halls stream, and it'll be for AFSP. We'll be raising money for AFSP. It's going to be a really good time. My show, Pop Culture Corner, will be there. Day one, we're the second show. We're right after Den of Nerds, and I will be having on Allison Crowe, who sang at Autumn's funeral. She was featured. She was in Man of Steel in the diner, the bar scene that Henry Cavill gets the beer thrown on him. She's the one singing, and she also did the end credits cover of Hallelujah for Zack's Autumn's funeral and for Zack Snyder's Justice League. So she'll be joining me on the 27th, as well as Brandon Spink, who played young Bruce Wayne. So they'll both be joining me on March 27th for the Us United stream. It's going to be a really good time. I extend the invite to all of y'all. Make sure you stop by, maybe donate a little bit of money to AFSP, and we can do the thing. We can do the thing. It's going to be a really fun time. But yeah, so my general review, I give Zack Snyder's Justice League a 9.7 out of 10. I don't give it a 10. Producer Jack said he was struggling. Should I give it a 10? Should I give it a 9.5? I give it a 9.7 out of 10. The character arcs were beautiful. The story was great. The way you get attached to these characters is magnificent. You come out of the movie and you're basically attached to the characters. Ezra Miller absolutely killed it as the Flash. Absolutely killed it. Absolutely. Ray Fisher was by far the best part of the movie. Ray Porter was amazing. He just wasn't in the movie enough. So Darkseid's in the movie. But as far as leading characters go, I'm going to go Ray Fisher, Ben Affleck, Ezra Miller. Top 3 performances of their career. I think for Ray Fisher, it's his top performance of his life as of now. He does a beautiful job at conveying kind of the Frankensteinish monster who kind of hates himself at the beginning, but throughout the whole story learns to love who he's become, but he's still battling with demons on the inside. And we very much got a little bit of that in Justice League. It's not out of the ordinary. It's not something that we didn't anticipate already, especially with Zack saying that Ray was the heart of his movie, right? And that's very much true. That is a true statement. Ray Fisher does a wonderful job as Cyborg, and I would not be surprised if after the Snyder Cut debuts on March 18th, make sure y'all check it out. I wouldn't be surprised if they ask him to be in the Flash movie, because Ray Fisher and Ezra Miller's the chemistry together worked so well. Their dynamic duo, brotherly aspect of it was done really well, and I think that people are going to kind of like Falcon and the Winter Soldier, right? So their experiences in Captain America: Civil War, their shared scenes, is what kind of led them to get their own show. I very much think that in the same way Falcon and Winter Soldier, the aspect of their friendship, people liked that. I think in the same way, people are going to like Cyborg and Ezra Miller's their duo. They did really good bouncing off of each other. Ben Affleck, come on, guys. Come on, man. That's Ben. Ben just kills it as Ben is the greatest Batman of all time. In my mind, Ben Affleck is the single greatest Batman of all time. He portrays the character so well. So well. What's up, Get Jacked? Yeah, he's producer Jack isn't feeling too good right now, so he's not going to be able to join tonight. But we all wish him well. We all wish him well. He kind of sounds like Dark Side right now. Apparently, he sent me a little like clip of his voice. He sounds pretty rough. Yeah. See, the problem with 10 out of 10 is once you go at a 10, nothing ever can be higher than that. So no film would ever be able to be better for you if you give it a 10. And that's the only reason I don't give it a 10. Samuel likes an older Bruce Wayne as well. Nice take. General significance is Ben Affleck is the bomb as Batman. Yo, it's true. Ben Affleck delivers a brilliant performance as Batman. Once again, portrays even the additional photography. You could see that his heart was in it again. His heart was there. His passion for playing this character was there again. And it was done with such utter love for Zack Snyder and his films. And I am so glad that we got to see Ben return as Batman. And I can't wait to see what he does in The Flash. Because if it's anything like his performance in Zack Snyder's Justice League, people are going to be hyped for Ben Affleck's Batman. And listen, I'm telling you right now, mark my words. Mark my words right now. Ben Affleck will get an HBO show as Batman. Mark my words right now. Ben Affleck is gonna get Ben Affleck and Jared Leto's Joker specifically, and maybe Deathstroke. Those three in a show on HBO Max would murder in the ratings. The chemistry between those three. Take my money. Take my money. Where's my wallet? Where's my credit card? Take it and spend it. Spend it all because I need that in my life. I need a Ben Affleck show with Jared Leto's Joker. The way that it's portrayed in Zack Snyder's Justice League, not the Suicide Squad version, the original Suicide Squad version. Give me Jared Leto's Joker and Ben Affleck on an HBO show, and I promise you the ratings will be through the roof. The ratings, I mean, the chemistry, the way that Jared Leto's Joker looks at Batman, I was haunted by the look he gave him. Truly haunted. You guys who haven't seen the movie yet, honestly, I wish I was you. I wish I could erase this movie from my memory. Not because I didn't like it. I wish I could erase it from my memory so I could watch it again with you on the 18th with a fresh mind. Honestly, I've been trying my hardest to kind of forget about the film and watch it on the March 18th again. Because this movie's not a movie. And people are like, oh, well, I'm kind of sad that I didn't get invited to any of the premieres. Listen, I wish I had a couple more days of naiveness, right? I wish I had a couple more days of anticipation. I've said this before. Part of the fun of a movie or a vacation or anything like that, part of the fun is waiting, right? You're never going to experience this kind of waiting again. Enjoy it while you have it. Enjoy it because this is the only period of time left that you have not knowing, right? And it's almost fun to speculate. It's almost fun to not know. It's almost fun, like it's building up inside of you, this big ball of anticipation, waiting for Zack Snyder's Justice League, right? You're waiting for it in your mind. You're so excited. Part of the fun of this movie was the waiting for it. It was the not knowing. It was the abyss of knowledge, the things that could be, right? So take this time while you have it and enjoy it. I promise it's going to be worth it. You're going to see the movie and you're going to love it. And I can't wait. People thought the past couple days on Twitter have been ridiculous. Wait till March 19th or wait till March 18th after most people get to see this film. Twitter is going to literally shut down because the trending for Zack Snyder's Justice League is going to be literally too much to handle. It's going to be too much to handle. I think that the HBO Max servers might not be able to take it. So many people are going to be watching this movie again. I know I will be. What's up, Jack? What's up, Samuel? What's up, General Significance? I'm so happy you guys are all here. I saw that you guys were over at Drip's Corner today. Kind of shitty that he didn't join you guys on Sunday. But speaking of the devil, oh my God, you look extra black tonight. You know that?
Thank you. Because I'm wearing black. I see what you did there.
Yeah.
See what you did there.
What's going on, guys?
Unintentional racism. What's going on, guys? Your second time tonight with Big Dip.
Let me go get my hat. It's like literally right there.
Of course. What are you guys talking about?
Say hello to the people. Talking about general, like your general feelings for Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Oh, okay. I was avoiding.
People have been waiting to hear what you say. They keep asking me. They keep asking me. They keep asking me, how did Justice feel about the movie?
Yeah, I'm sure. I was thinking the same thing. So listen, guys, I have been purposely not bringing it up.
Real quick. Make sure you do not spoil anything. No.
Yeah. No,
the review embargo is up, so you can talk in a sense.
Yeah.
But we can't go into detail.
Yeah, no, that's exactly that's exactly what I was about to say. Like, if you guys were with me earlier, I was streaming, but I did little to no mentioning of this on purpose because I can't really get into it without spoiling anything, right? Or at least what I consider to be a spoil. So I'm not going to get into it whatsoever. I'm sorry. You're going to have to wait. I want you guys to see this shit before I even start talking about it. If you guys, Jack was with me earlier, Will was with me earlier. I got a lot to say. I got a lot to say about this movie. There's a lot going on. It's a 4 hour and some change film. There's a lot to talk about. So hushes the word until you guys see it, until the 19th. And then after that, after everybody gets the chance to see it, then I'm going to go full into it. But for the time being, I'm dead silent on the subject. Trust me, guys, I want to talk about this too. I'm hyped. I'm excited to talk about this with you guys, but it needs to wait. In all fairness of the game, it needs to wait.
We got invited to another premiere, by the way.
Nice. Yeah,
I can't say it out loud yet.
Oh, well, yeah, we're on camera, duh. Nice. That's what's up. That's what's up. That means we're making moves, baby.
Yeah. Why don't you did you already say how you generally felt?
No. I told them the exact opposite. When I'll tell you for the sake, when I was streaming earlier, I did little to no mention of it whatsoever. I brought it up once and I said the same thing I'm about to say again. I'm excited for you guys to see this so I can start talking about it. I have a lot to say, so it needs to wait. I got to let you guys see the shit before anything I say I would consider a spoiler. So I don't want to start yet.
No, listen, I respect that. That. I gave it a 9.7 out of 10. I really enjoyed my time. I think that was always going to be the case, though. And people were like quoting Wonder Meg in videos and like in newspapers and stuff. It was like, okay, well, honestly though, she's kind of biased, right? If you're looking for an honest review, Wonder Meg is not the person to go to because the nerd queens are like in love with Zack Snyder. If you want an honest review, Justice is the one to do it because he has no bias. Like, if you want to really know how the movie was for a general audience member, Justice would be the one to quote. But again, like myself, I'm a little biased because I was in love. I was in love with the movie before it even came out. So my review is a little,
but and that's in all fairness, though, right? Because yourself, Wonder Meg, Nerd Queens, all these people, Dave, Garza, all you people have been putting in work to see this movie, right? You guys have put your time, energy, and passion into seeing this, and for you to even for anything other than for you to love it came out of that would be a bad thing, right? Because you guys put so much effort and time into this that you should love it, right?
Yeah. What's up, Ill Life? What up, Ty? Drip. Got my cam and background set up. Just dropped first on screen vid. I don't know what that means.
Okay, that's what's up. Good shit. Like,
actually, I got a new computer. I got a new monitor, Justice.
Oh, nice.
Oh, and you know how I used to have the black. You know how I used to have the black curtain.
Yeah.
One sec. I got that pop culture corner red now, baby.
Oh, nice,
Woo!
nice. We got a color scheme, people. We got to keep it up. We got a color scheme.
Yeah, but I got a new 27-inch HP screen because I told Justice, for a little bit of background for you guys before we get into talking a little bit more in detail. So I told him that I wanted 2 screens on the desk for when we podcast and do all that kind of stuff. It's going to be this Saturday is going to be a really good experience. I can't wait. So the Snyder Cut has come out. Well, okay, it's not come out. I keep messing that up a little bit. So the Snyder Cut has debuted for a lot of people. It's generally positive reviews. It's his second highest rate. If you count Wonder Woman, it's his second highest rated film of all time at 78.
If you count Wonder Woman.
If you
but
count
otherwise, it's
his
one,
top,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rightfully so, I believe. Rightfully so. I think it is his best movie. As far as like developing characters, story arcs, plot points, etc. I think he was able to flourish his artistic talents this time around. I mean, the movie's 4 hours, right?
Yeah.
He got to do literally whatever he wanted. So
of course,
it's
absolutely.
his best. It's his best movie. 100%.
And, you know, nothing, right? This is about the same. Man, fuck you, Jack. He said that shit to me earlier. All things considering, right? It's for a director, for an artist to make what they want, their vision, right? The art that they want to create. Your best options are streaming services. And well, Jack kind of got best of both worlds, right? Because it's streaming services and situations like his, right? Where they didn't originally go with his take, but due to a bunch of circumstances and factors and whatever, it turns out his version came out. So that's really the best chance you have as an artist to put your full vision into something. And, you know, he really got the best of both worlds with that.
Yeah. And I think the fans are going to,
I don't know.
I think the fans are going to be overwhelmingly positive. And I think critics are going to give it a hard time, but that was as to be expected.
So, I mean, you know, as fans go, critics, I'm not even going to, I won't even step into that territory. But as far as fan goes, you guys, for the same reason I said he was excited, y'all will enjoy yourself as well. For the same reason Tyler did, because you put all your time and effort into this. You've been literally and metaphorically fighting for it. So you're going to enjoy yourself.
Yep. And I forgot to tell you, so we got a new patron in Carlos. That one, Carlos.
Oh, dude, he was just over there streaming with me. I like Carlos. That's what's up.
Yeah. So thank you, Carlos. Shout out to you. I'll add you to the list soon.
Yeah, big shout out to you.
So next thing up is Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yes, I'm excited.
Why I'm relating it to Zack Snyder's Justice League is because I think very much like Falcon and Winter Soldier, people liked their friendship and their chemistry. I think there's a really good chemistry to be found in either A, Cyborg and Flash, or B, Jared Leto's Joker and Batman. I think that after Zack Snyder's Justice League, there is a 100% chance that HBO Max could greenlight a Ben Affleck Batman, Jared Leto Joker series. The chemistry that they have, or the way that Jared Leto looks at Batman, is haunting in a way. And I do think that they would the series and what he mentions throughout that nightmare sequence. If they built a storyline around that, take my money. Take my money now, and we'll talk later. Again, we can't mention what it is, but if that's the storyline that they're going with, and they look to expand upon that, people are going to go crazy for it. Literally, people are going to go crazy for it because I think it's something we've all looked to have live action before. So, I mean, I'm really excited at what the future holds. I really am.
As am I. As am I. As far as Winter Falcon and Winter Soldier goes, if you guys been paying attention, I had stated on more than one occasion that I'm not all too hyped about this, and that chemistry that they did have in Civil War to me did not warrant a whole television series. But based off of this most recent trailer, I have a newfound excitement for it. Seeing Sam Wayne with the shield was really cool. I was like, all right, this has, because I like Sam Wilson's Captain America in the comics. It actually works together really well. The whole wings and Captain America thing kind of plays together really well, right? In the comics, he kind of combines Captain America's fighting style with his own.
You're breaking up a little bit.
Merges into one. So hopefully, oh god damn it! Here we go. What I was saying is hopefully Disney Plus does the same thing.
Okay. Yeah. No. I think.
You get that though?
I think if they could expand upon the relationship that was built in Captain America: Civil War, the relationship that Bucky and Sam Wilson had, if you can explore that in a way that's not forced, I'm like let's not focus on the jokes that they could have between the two, but let's focus on the mantle of Captain America, right?
Yes.
And who's going to take that over? Go away from the jokes.
Yes, and through that, and through what you just said, a genuine chemistry and connection could be born, because it's a King Jack. He's been saying that all night. It's a combination of like who's willing to, like, who's worthy is a better word. Who's worthy to take the mantle and who should take the mantle, right? That's kind of the idea I'm getting from the trailers anyways. The big question is who should take up the mantle between Bucky and Sam, right? And that throughout the series, we see them kind of compete, right? See who's better, things of that sort. And the real chemistry could be birthed from that. Right.
And I think that, like I said, so Marvel has a way of, like, for WandaVision, right? What I like about Falcon and Winter Soldier is we're not getting the same kind of, like, anticipation building by the people behind the scenes. Like, they're not out there saying, oh, there's this Luke Skywalker level cameo coming in Winter Soldier. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear it. Just let me watch the show by myself, and don't make me anticipate something that's you can't deliver on.
It never actually comes, right? Let us, you're absolutely correct. Let us come to our own conclusions and decide on for ourselves. Don't lead us into what eventually turns into nothing, right? Like, I don't want to be misled. I know, I get it, whatever. It was like it's a joke, haha, we trolled you, but, like, I'm not into it, right? I don't want it. Just give me what's actually coming.
Yeah. And I think personally that I think they should have moved the release back. I don't, or upwards. I don't think, because, okay, so Snydercut debuts on March 18th, and then Falcon and Winter Soldier on March 19th. Yeah. That's too close. I think that people are going to be focusing more, like, as far as, like, Twitter and social media go, I think a lot more people are going to be focused on the Snyder Cut, and you're not going to hear much of Falcon and Winter Soldier maybe till week 2 or 3. And there's only 6 episodes, so that's not good for as far. People were talking about WandaVision every single week, right? If you wanted that same social media buzz, you would have moved it back or upwards. Because you would have only, I don't know. I don't know how to explain myself like that.
No, I know exactly what you mean, but here's, I don't think they want it, right? I don't think they necessarily care. This is a TV show. This is a Disney Plus show. They're not riding too much on it. This isn't, if this was like scale wise, Justice League is much higher than some random ass Disney Plus show, right? Like, the only way they would really be, like, competing right now is if it was an actual movie with significance, an Avengers movie, like the fourth Thor, whatever, then they'd be competing. But it's some bullshit Disney Plus show. They're not worrying about that right now, right? They let Justice League have their time. They're not gonna fight for a fucking Disney Plus show. You know what I mean?
I mean, I don't know about that. It's really the only thing they got going on right now, buddy.
As of right now, but they have that audience. They're not going nowhere.
Well, no,
you know they have these people locked out.
That's also true. Is they do have the audience already built in. They don't really need to fight for eyeballs. But with Disney Plus being such a new platform, I figured they wouldn't even want to test it. Right? They wouldn't even want to mess with that. Like keep it separate, keep it away from it. That way, people could be excited for the Snyder Cut for a couple weeks, and then bam, hit them with Falcon and Winter Soldier. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe that's just me though.
Yeah, from an overall standpoint, of course that absolutely adds up. But it's just the significance of the two, because you're right, Disney Plus is still new, and they're still new with these shows, and they've established enough that they can do test runs, right? They can try some shit out, see how it works. If it doesn't work, move on, and they'll be fine. They're at that position. They can do shit like that. They can be experimental. So that's why if I was Disney, I wouldn't try to compete, because one, you're going to lose. Like you're going to lose. Nobody's going to pick Falcon and Winter Soldier. So again, some random ass Disney Plus show over a film that has so much background behind it, has a crazy ass runtime. It's a team up movie for the DC characters. You know what I mean? There's no comparison for the two. So Disney's better off not fighting and just, staying quiet, release it when they release it, and let people watch as they feel.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like the whole, it has to be one or the other. I don't like that. I don't like that, because I'm excited for both. Obviously, I'm a little bit more. I was a little bit more excited for Snyder Cut, but that's because that's like saying, are you excited for the Avengers Endgame, or are you excited for Falcon and Winter Soldier? Well, obviously, I'm going to be more excited for Avengers Endgame, right?
The point I was just the exact point I was just trying to make.
But I'm definitely excited for Falcon and Winter Soldier. I'm excited to see the Captain America mantle be explored more. There's a lot of history about the Super Soldier program that I think is going to be exposed. There's a lot of bad behind that.
Oh yeah. So, dude, it's Captain America and Wolverine. Those two by far are directly responsible for the existence of so many superheroes. It's ridiculous, because it's always, we're trying to make a new batch of Captain America serum, or we're trying to take Wolverine's healing factor. So that's been the case dude, with Captain America alone, you can introduce like 6 new characters, and they would all be cool as shit.
Yeah. And I think, so this has been something I've been saying since the beginning, but General Thunderbolt Ross, he basically what he's been trying to do for his whole career, most of his career, is recreate the Super Soldier serum, right?
Yes.
He said it multiple times now that he has failed every single time, right? So don't be surprised that if in this show we get basically hints of him trying to do the same thing, and pretty soon we're going to get I think we're going to get what?
You're doing it again. You're doing it again. The same thing you did with WandaVision. You got way too many high hopes. I feel like you're going to be disappointed again. That's a lot. That's a lot of good content that I don't think we're going to get.
Well, why else are we exploring the Captain America mantle?
So I think it's as simple and face level.
Justice doesn't look badass either. He looks like a blurry.
It's as simple and base level as possible. It's just between Bucky and Falcon who should take up the mantle. That's it. I feel like we're getting WandaVision again.
No, I think
General Ross will be here, and
well, he's already confirmed. So I mean, I'm already good with that. So he's already been confirmed to be in it, as well as I think that we're going to be getting the Thunderbolts later on down the road, and I think that we're going to get hints of that being built, basically. So,
Yeah.
and there's no, and the fact that John Walker's in play now, we have Zemo becoming Zemo, literally.
Yeah.
I think there's more to meets the eye. I think this is the show that's going to blow people's socks off, and I think we should have started with Falcon and Winter Soldier, and not WandaVision.
Does Zemo, in all actuality, like in comics anyways, does he have any abilities or anything of that sort? I'm very unfamiliar with him. I don't have no idea what he does.
Not necessarily abilities, but I mean, there's different iterations of Zemo, but the Zemo that we're seeing, no, he doesn't have any abilities.
No, I'm not talking MCU Zemo. I'm talking like in the comics. Well, I don't know him at all.
Yeah, I'm saying the comic version that we're getting is the most.
Okay.
We're getting the most accurate version of Zemo, and it's you know he's not a super being, but his mind allows him to. He's kind of like Doom. Like if Doom was a regular person, right? His mind allows him to do things. Right?
Yeah,
he's smart. Yeah. He's smart enough to manipulate. So, they're like Caden says here. So with the, I don't know. Would Marvel ever go down the Inhuman route again? I don't know. They already messed that up. Well, they already messed it up.
But here's the thing. I don't know. They don't necessarily have to take this route with her, but they've already confirmed Miss Marvel, and she is in fact an Inhuman. So, I mean, that's confirmation, if any.
I wouldn't mind seeing another run at Inhumans, but it would have to be done right because the first time around they absolutely butchered it. Absolutely butchered.
So say hypothetically, right? So Aiden said there'll be also some Inhuman relations. Again, Miss Marvel is an Inhuman. The same way WandaVision is kind of directly tying into movies like Doctor Strange and Spider-Man. Well, so far we think with Spider-Man. Maybe Falcon and Winter Soldier will tie into the upcoming Disney Plus shows in that same kind of manner, right? Like you said, the super serum that will eventually lead to Thunderbolts. We know a She-Hulk show is coming soon. The Inhuman relations, we know Miss Marvel is coming soon, and she's an Inhuman. So maybe that show will kind of tie into the other MCU shows, while WandaVision ties into the movies.
Yeah, I think there's a lot to be excited for.
Absolutely.
And this is talking in a grand scheme of things. It's just nice to be a fan of this kind of content right now. There's so much going on. There's so much in the works. This is the golden age to be a nerd. The absolute golden age.
Dude, we've been having this on lockdown for the past like 15 years now. We've had this on lockdown for a while.
Who would have ever thought that if you would have told me this 10, 15 years ago, that I would get a Justice League movie one day, the next day I would get a Captain America-esque Falcon and Winter Soldier team-up show.
That's more unbelievable, right? If you said Justice League to me, I could wrap my head around that. Okay, Justice League is big enough, Superman, Batman, but if you said a TV show about Winter Soldier and Falcon, I'd be like, who? Right? Look at that. Nobody knows who those characters are. That I would not believe. That right there, I'd be like, I don't know about all that. I can see Justice League, there's money in that. Falcon and Winter Soldier, not so much.
Yeah, it's just such a fun time to be a nerd. It really is. It's such a good time.
Is. And dude, we're not, it's not just film. We got TV on lock. We got books on lock. We got video games on lock. You know how many like I'll be listening to a song, you know how many like Dragon Ball Z references or like Batman references I hear in songs? Like we're everywhere. There's nerds everywhere. It's like cool to be a nerd.
Yeah, it really is. And we're not getting a lot of news lately. I think the Snydercut was the source of a lot of like speculation, rumor, and news, like breaking stuff.
Shortly after Endgame.
Yeah. So now that that's kind of solidified, the news has kind of stopped rolling in. I mean, it's still rolling in for other things. It's just with the pandemic, like we're starting to finally feel the effects of the content, like the negated content, right? Like because production stopped a year ago. Now we're starting to get into that territory where we're going to hit a gap, and like we're not going to get a lot of news or rumors or speculation. It's starting to catch up with us, but give it like another 2 months and we'll be back. I think maybe. But well, I mean, the Batman has wrapped production. So with Robert Pattinson.
So we should get a new trailer soon. So my hope here is, because we're not getting any news as of right now, means things are going to start releasing very soon, and we're going to get a flood of new releases. And we already know that to be true, right? Godzilla vs. Kong comes in about 2 weeks. Justice League officially comes in the next 2 days. We got Mortal Kombat coming up. Hopefully Black Widow comes up sometime soon. Falcon and Winter. We got a lot of content flooding in. So that's probably why news is dry right now, because there's so much shit about to release, which is good.
Right.
We need it.
Yeah, and I think I really do think Mortal Kombat is going to be a sleeper.
I feel like it is too. I feel like it is too. As long as they get the action down, that's it, and we're good. Just get the fight scenes down. That's it. That's all you have to do, and everybody will be satisfied. It's fucking Mortal Kombat. That's
why I hit up Marcel and I was like, "Hey, any premieres that are going on? I know HBO Max is doing dual releases. Any premieres that you can invite us to? Like, we'd love to be on that list. Make sure you get that on and pop it."
Yeah.
And he just responded with a thumbs up. So I think that's a good sign.
So he's gonna throw us into something. So the one thing I wouldn't consider this spoilers. I don't even think it's gonna be up come the 18th. But when we went into the premiere, they had this and I've already talked about this actually now that I think of it. They had a chat room, and then they also had this video making thing. It was very TikTok-esque. They looked like TikTok videos, but instead of like flaming skulls or whatever dumb shits on TikTok, they had mother boxes, and you could make it look like you were entering the Speed Force. There was a lot of cool shit on there that we never got the chance to actually use together, which I was very upset about. We kind of got scrambled. There was a lot of shit going on at the time. But it was really cool, and they did a lot of stuff to make it actually really interesting, and made it an event. It was really cool.
Yeah, it was an event. And I was telling someone today that the Snydercut isn't a movie. It's not a film. I mean, it is a film, right?
No.
It's not. But in the sense of the entirety of it, it's not really a film. It's not really a movie. It's an event.
Yeah.
Very much so an event.
So I'll give and this I wouldn't count. This is not a spoiler in any way, shape, or form. This is more of a film than Avengers is, right? Avengers is 100% an event, but that's because they've already done individual movies for all these characters, and all these characters have already had arcs and developments and shit like that. So none of it is necessary within Avengers. Justice League, on the other hand, definitely has more of an actual structure of a film. It is an event at the end of the day, but structurally it has more film-esque to it than Avengers does by a lot.
Yeah, I can't. I don't know. For me, the Snyder Cut, and this is a bold statement. I will say this: for me, the Snyder Cut was better than Endgame and Infinity War. And the funny thing is it was supposed to come out first. I think that there's something going on behind the scenes where maybe Jeff Johns said, "Hey, we're not using this storyline anymore. Kevin Feige, take it away. We're not doing this anymore. So maybe you could try it." Maybe not maliciously, but I think that conversation definitely happened. I'm not trying to be Alex Jones or conspiratorial, but the similarities in some things and some scenes are downright uncanny. And it really is, it makes me suspicious of certain things. But again, I don't think it was malicious. I think that Jeff Johns literally said, "Hey, by the way, we're not doing this anymore." Because at the time, there was no Snyder Cut. It was, "Hey, we're taking a different route. We're going to go a different way with it."
Yeah. Drizzle. So, all right, do me a solid, right? When it comes time that we can actually, because I know exactly what you're referring to, you pointed it out to me. When it comes time that we can talk about this in detail, do me a favor, right? For the first like 2 days or so, don't specifically mention what you were just talking about just then. I want to see if anybody else notices it.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Don't tell them what scene. I want to see if anybody else notices what you're referring to, because I know what you're talking about.
Okay. Yeah, it's downright uncanny, really
Okay.
though. So and I don't know if there was malicious intent on it. I don't know if it was done in spite or if it was just done as a friendly kind of thing. But it really is uncanny, and I would like to kind of know a little bit more about that aspect of it. There's a lot of great cinematography, like Lord of the Rings-esque cinematography in the Snyder Cut. Endgame had its moments, but again, Endgame, I think Endgame is a different thing altogether. Like, it was the culmination of a 15 movie arc, you know what I mean? So it was always going to be this large thing. The Snyder Cut takes place 2 movies in, right? It's only Man of Steel, BVS, and then Justice League. So like, it's different. The 2 shouldn't even be compared, but a lot of people are going to compare the 2. It's nothing that we're ever going to not do. And it's sad that that people are going to, because there really is no comparison to be made. Except,
I mean, if you feel better, I didn't. Not at one point did I compare it to anything Marvel did, for that matter. And when I was watching, I was actually keeping BVS in mind more than anything Marvel was, because they're not doing the same thing. They're not. Like,
right,
that did a good job of straying away from what Marvel does. Right.
Right. And it's unhealthy to compare, because you're just going to wrap yourself up in conflict.
Kills joy.
I couldn't have said it better myself. You're gonna start thinking like I am right now, right? Like, I shouldn't be doing this, right? Comparing the 2 or comparing those certain scenes, but I'm going to, because I'm me, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, but that's the thing. It came to mind while you were watching it. So there's nothing wrong with that, right? If you recognize something from what Marvel did, that's not like a bad thing, right? That just never happened to me at any point. But it's not like a bad thing you made that comparison, because it came to your mind. Of course you're going to mention it.
And I'm not going to lie. I think that I smiled like probably on 3 occasions when in the other room I heard, because we had to watch it separately because we both had a login for it. So we watched it separately to make sure that, you know, it recorded us as both watching, not just one of us. So we watched it separately in separate rooms in the same house, in the same place. And I could hear him saying, you know, laughing or going, oh, I actually like that. I like that. Multiple times.
Too.
But yeah, so, but there were even scenes that I was like, you know what? I think I would have done that differently. You know, there were a couple scenes.
That's honestly, Drizzle, you know what that was? I thought you had headphones. I do that when I'm alone. That's how I watch movies. I'll talk out loud and shit. If I don't, like, I don't know, I'm kind of retarded. If I don't say it out loud, I'll forget the point I was trying to make. You know what I mean? So I do that a lot when I watch movies. I thought you had headphones in, so you couldn't hear me anyways. Movie's so goddamn loud. I didn't think you were able to hear me. So I was just fucking going. I was just yabbering away.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I understand. That's why when we go to these showcase premieres, I have to sit like 4 seats away from them. So I don't hear him talk all day. Yeah.
Don't put that on me. I don't do that at theaters.
But you guys are, you know what? You're gonna be really excited for this movie. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. If you're like me and this movie has been a part of your life, or the community, the Snyder Cut fandom, and the DCEU fans, if this movie has been a part of your life from the beginning, then you're going to enjoy the film. If you had problems with BVS, if you had problems with Man of Steel, chances are you're still going to have problems, right? Zach made this movie or finished this movie for the fans of BVS and Man of Steel, not for the critics. He could give a shit less what Rotten Tomatoes scores his movie because he didn't make it for that. He made it specifically for you, for me, for Jack, not for Justice, but for us, right? He doesn't really care what others or critics or people, he really doesn't. And he didn't have to. And that's why,
Jack.
Yeah, then that's why he delivered such quality on it, because he took the Warner Brothers cuffs, took them off, and was able to do his thing. So I think you're gonna love it, and you're gonna be really excited. That is all. I wasn't even gonna do a show today. That is all the time, but I am going to stay today. Jack and I did a live podcast last night, so I didn't get to do the daily show, so I did it tonight. I'm usually taking Tuesdays off now, but we do it for you and we do it for the culture. We do want to give a quick shout out to the patrons of the show, including Nick DePalma, Caden Reed, Odd, and that one Carlos. I
love you.
We just launched the program about 3 weeks ago at this point, and we want to say thank you to you guys. You guys are the lifeblood. Consider becoming, all you regulars, consider becoming Patreons. It really does help with the success of the show, and maybe we can get Justice a new computer so he doesn't look like this anymore.
So every dollar you guys bring us,
you all got your stimuluses. Kick it in, baby. In the description.
So just so you guys understand, so long as myself and Drizzle and Jack as well, actually, as long as we work full-time jobs, every last dollar you give us will go back into the show. Everything's about making this look better, function better. Look at if you guys have been paying attention, when we first started using StreamYard, we were not doing anything remotely of this style with all the names and the banners and stuff. That's because we've been getting Patreon money and we can upgrade. Every dollar you guys give us goes to upgrades. So please consider, especially if you're coming in on a regular basis. You guys are thanks, Jack. That's cute. I appreciate that. If you guys are regulars and every time we come up, you're here. Please consider it. It's worth it. We're worth it.
Hell yeah. And make sure that you guys are subscribed to the channel if you haven't already. If you're returning, we do thank you. Like I said, consider becoming a member of the Patreon. Our official store is open. If you would like to get any merch, let me know. Let me know, and I might get you free shipping. Who knows? I'm just that nice of a guy. We're feeling pretty generous in this time. Join the show March 27th for the Us United stream. Join us on March 31st for Godzilla vs. Kong opening day live at Showcase Cinemas. It's going to be a really good time. And then we'll be continuing that partnership for Mortal Kombat and all tentpole films that come after that. Thank you to Showcase, and thank you to Bonk's Bar. Guys, Justice, take it away. Who do we do it for?
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. This is TY's daily show that you guys have tuned into today. We appreciate you. We love you. Everything we do is for you, for the culture. Stay tuned because we always got stuff coming to you.